Greetings, beautiful people. Welcome to General Psychology with Professor Sims. I'll be your instructor, and we're going to meet online only. The first day of the semester is January 8th, and the last day of this class is May 2nd. This is an asynchronous class. That means everything you do is online and it's not in time with anybody else per se. Now, we do have a weekly schedule, so you are expected to keep to that weekly schedule, but you don't have to do any Zooms. You don't have to necessarily log in at a specific time to see something. I do make videos and I plan to post them each week. I did that last semester and a couple of semesters ago, and it seems to be received fairly well. So if you're in section 70, welcome. If you're in section 71, welcome. Let's get started. All right, so I want to start with the question. Why did you sign up for this class? Now, the answer to this question is very important. I have some quotes here for you to see, but the reason why the why is so important because at times this class might get a little bit challenging. At other times it might get a little bit boring. But if you have your why, that's going to carry you through. So when the class is fun and it's all good, the why is just going to make it that much better. But when we're having those tough times, knowing your why is going to really help get you over the hump. I would also add that knowing your why is important as a college student. Why are you signed up for classes in the first place? Why are you pursuing this journey? Why are you going on this journey? So these tips to be successful are kind of blending in, but the first one is to read the syllabus. Definitely read the syllabus. We moved over to the simple syllabus format, so you would have had access to the syllabus prior to the class starting, but definitely take a look at the syllabus. Next, read your textbook. You'd be surprised how many people pay for a textbook and then don't crack it, don't open it the entire semester. Read that textbook, okay? Next, read the announcements. When I post an announcement, that's like me saying, hey, this is important. So definitely read the announcements, okay? If you have a question, go ahead and ask. I don't bite. Well, I ain't gonna bite you. So go ahead and ask a question if you have a question. And there's several ways you can do that. You can send me an email. The best way to contact me is via the email in Canvas, but you can also reply on the discussion thread. I have a discussion thread that's pinned that says questions. Are you confused? And you can simply post your question there. That's the equivalent of raising your hand if we were in a face-to-face class. Okay, so if you have a question, comment, compliment, or concern, go ahead and let me know. Third, become proficient with Canvas. Canvas has lots of bells and whistles, and I don't know all of them myself, but I know quite a bit of them. I would say just play around, tinker around, okay? Have a little fun. The more proficient you are with Canvas, the easier it is going to be to navigate our course since our course is online, okay? Fourth, have fun. You know, this class is supposed to be an introductory class. So it's a survey. You're getting a little bit of everything. And some topics are more fun than others. The classes that are fun for you, go all out, okay? Make it completely fun. Talk about it to your friends, to your family. Find memes to share on the discussion board. Watch videos, okay? Um, do the work and take responsibility. If you're a dual enrolled student and this is your first time taking a college course, definitely know that this is not the same as taking the class in high school because even though I'm so happy you signed up with me, I'm fair but firm. And if you don't do your work, you won't get a passing grade. If you don't do exceptional work, you're not going to get an A. So take responsibility for your efforts. I care about you. You need to care about your grade. I'm making a whole video on grades, but I'm gonna go over it kind of quickly here. The way I set up my class is I have it broken into both individual assignments and group assignments. Okay, now the majority of the points in this class come from individual assignments. However, there's a small component that comes from group work. Okay, I know that might be a little scary or shocking because you're in an online class, but yes, we live in a society. Not only are you an individual, but you're a member of a learning community. So you're expected to contribute to that learning community. Okay, so how do you earn points? You earn points by participating in discussions, by completing tests, by completing reflections, by doing a personal introduction, and by taking a syllabus quiz. The points are listed here on the screen, but as you can see, the bulk of the points comes from discussions and tests. You have two tests, the midterm and the final, and each is worth 100 points, so that's 200 points. And you have 10 discussions, each worth 20 points, so that's a total of 200 points. you only need 420 points to get a C. So if you're just trying to skate by and do the minimum, all you need is 420 points. But if you're trying to get an A, you need between 540 and 600 points. Technically, 600 is the cap. That's the most you can get. But I have built in extra credit. So you can actually, if you go get it, you can actually get more than 600. Just saying. Um, I like to say the extra credit is there for a little cushion in case you make a few errors along the way, which is perfectly natural. Okay, so all the individual assignments I just listed. For the group assignments, you will have a group project in this class, and I've made past videos on this. I'll probably make another video this term, but basically the group project is a research assignment. You and a few other members will be assigned to work together. You'll be given a broad topic, and you'll be expected to narrow that topic, change it up a bit, make it something interesting and fun for you, and then divvy out the labor. Okay, so you have a charter, and the group charter is just everyone coming together and saying, here's how we're going to work together. You get points for that. The annotated bibliography, this is you guys saying, hey, I'm going to find a reference, you find a reference, you find a reference, everybody get a reference, and you give us a small annotation. So an annotation is just an explanation of how that reference, how that book, or how that article is going to help us learn about your topic. It's not exactly the same as an abstract, but it's very similar. Okay. The actual project itself is delivered either via PowerPoint with a video with like voiceover, or a PowerPoint. If you guys don't want to do a voiceover, you can simply include notes so that we can have like a follow along of what you would say if it was actual face-to-face class. But you will have to turn in a presentation at the end. The evaluation is just you get to say, hey, I did this and I think I should get an A. I think these other members work really hard and they should also get an A. Or that person over there, they didn't do their share, they should get a C. Or whatever. You just get to share your evaluation of the behind the scenes, what happened. And then the check-ins are a chance for you to individually, privately let me know what's going on leading up to the actual project due date. That way you have it's not like we get to the end of the semester and all of a sudden like, wow, they didn't do anything. The check-ins are along the way, little check posts like, yeah, we're doing this, we're doing that. So a little bit about moi. I'm, like I said, your instructor. My name is Amira Sims. My tagline is learning is my thing. Ever since I was a little kid, I always wanted to be a teacher. So my nickname was School. And I used to play school with my stuffed animals and my sibling and my cousins. But eventually, I grew up and I decided that, yeah, I wanted to be a teacher. I substitute taught in middle school and high school, but I knew that I did not want to work with that group of people. They're wonderful, but not for me. I decided I wanted to become a college professor. And so I've been teaching in college classrooms since about really 2001. I graduated with my master's in 2003. But when I was a graduate student, I earned a teaching assistantship and I had a chance to shadow a professor and learn how to develop tests and grade papers. And then I guest lectured in several professors' classes. And then when I graduated, I started teaching as an adjunct while I also worked as a mental health professional. And then eventually, I was able to land a full-time job here at CF. And prior to working here, I worked at several colleges in Georgia and in California. So I've been teaching for a long time. I have my teaching philosophy here on the screen, but it's basically saying that I really want my classes to be fun. I feel like when it's fun, you're more likely to learn. And this is not just my opinion, this is based on research. I'm currently pursuing a PhD in educational psychology. It's been taking me a really long time because I'm a mother and I'm a teacher and a gardener and a whole bunch of other stuff, a creative type, a poet. So yeah, okay, the video is getting really long. So you see all these topics here on the screen. So you can read those topics, okay? Just know we're going to talk about the science of human thinking and human behavior. So everything from talking about social psych to developmental psych to learning to why psychology is considered a science. So get ready to do a lot of reading, a lot of watching of videos, and a lot of sharing what you learn with your peers. It looks like I'm keeping it under 10 minutes. So if you have questions, comments, compliments, or concerns, feel free to reach out to me. I have office hours. I'm on the Ocala campus in Building 8, room 106G, and I'm there on Mondays and Wednesdays before and after my classes. I have 3 classes, face-to-face classes. So if you're on campus, feel free to stop by and holler at your girl. And then I'm having virtual office hours on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So respond on the discussion board or send me an email and I'll be happy to, help you out. À tout à l'heure.